Think of the apps you use every day as different doors. Behind logos like Copilot, Gemini, or Claude sit logic engines doing the heavy lifting. You are walking through an interface to talk to a brain that exists entirely separately from the app on your phone. These brains are defined by two constraints. First, parameters, the raw pattern recognition power that lets a model solve complex logic. Second, the context window. This is the short-term memory that determines how much data the AI can hold before it starts forgetting the beginning of your conversation. For years, a single general-purpose model was the industry standard. But in 2026, specialists are consistently outpacing generalists. Newer systems now include reasoning models that pause to think through math and logic before they ever start typing. Using a single tool for every complex task leads to friction. Generalist models often prioritize a friendly tone over technical accuracy, resulting in code with bugs or math that doesn't quite add up. Navigating this landscape requires managing an ecosystem of these specialized engines, rather than relying on any single application. Managing that ecosystem comes with a cost. Stacking multiple $20 subscriptions for different specialist tools quickly drains your budget, making a multi-tool stack feel unsustainable. You need a way to evaluate these tools based on your actual workflow requirements, instead of chasing whichever model is currently trending. This is the AI Toolbelt Matrix. The horizontal axis measures a tool's focus, ranging from broad generalists to deep specialists. The vertical axis tracks where the intelligence lives, whether you rent it in the cloud or own it on your hardware. By mapping these models, you can see exactly where you are paying for redundant features and where you have actual gaps in your workflow. Auditing your tasks through this matrix is the most effective way to build a personalized tool belt that stays within your budget. The generalist cloud quadrant is dominated by titans like Google and OpenAI. These models require massive cloud infrastructure to process the general-purpose queries millions of users send every second. Using these tools means committing to a specific corporate ecosystem. You rely on cloud connectivity and allow models like Gemini to live inside your live documents and emails. This enables seamless workflows. A model like Gemini 3.1 Flash acts as a speed variant. It's built to be fast and cheap for everyday tasks, while maintaining about 90% of the capability found in the flagship Pro versions. The trade-off is analytical depth. While these tools excel at summarizing a thread in Gmail, they are restricted by corporate guardrails and often lack the specialized reasoning found in high-end logic models. Ecosystem generalists work best for users who prioritize integration and speed over the ability to solve deep, multi-step technical problems. In the specialist cloud quadrant, you find models built for high-performance logic and media. Claude excels at coding and deep analysis, while Midjourney and Sora focus on high-fidelity visual generation. Accessing this power requires a dedicated monthly premium. These companies often offer tiers, like Claude Sonnet for reliable daily engineering and Claude Opus for the most complex research-grade analysis. Professionals use these because they top benchmarks for real-world software understanding. They return structured summaries of entire codebases and generate cinematic visuals that avoid the common physical errors found in generalist apps. This high performance is tied to massive datasets. The quality of these outputs has led to intense copyright battles, as major corporations like Universal Music Group monitor how these models are trained on their proprietary data. Specialists are the standard for professionals who need precise, highly specific results, even if it means managing several different logins to get the job done. The aggregator strategy provides a way to bypass multiple subscriptions by using a single service to access several different AI brains. Compare the costs. Subscribing to individual models can exceed $60 a month. A single $20 subscription to a service like Perplexity routes your requests through the APIs of those same top-tier models. You gain the ability to switch models mid-task and access live web source citations. This turns the AI into a research tool that provides evidence for its answers, instead of relying purely on training data. However, you lose the native experience. Accessing these models through an API means you don't get specialized app features like custom memories or the advanced voice modes found in the original applications. For researchers, aggregators offer a high return on investment, providing raw intelligence from multiple sources at a fraction of the cost. The local-owned quadrant represents the sovereign stack. This involves running open-source models like Llama, Qwen, or DeepSeek directly on your own hardware. This removes monthly fees, but shifts the cost to your hardware. Running a model with hundreds of billions of parameters requires significant graphical processing power and a heavy upfront investment in silicon. There is a technical learning curve here. Setting up a local model on your laptop requires more effort and configuration than visiting a standard website. The reward is total data privacy and offline capability. Your information stays on your desk, and you operate without the censorship filters that cloud-based companies apply to their models. The sovereign stack is the viable path for users who prioritize control and data security over the convenience of a managed cloud service. The perfect AI stack is built on your specific working style, rather than the features of any single model. We categorize users into 3 profiles. First, the everyday pro, needing fast summaries and document help. Second, the deep worker, handling complex engineering and logic. Finally, the sovereign creator, a privacy-first user managing their own hardware to secure data. Identifying which profile fits your work instantly eliminates the noise of the market and clarifies which tools are actually worth your time. Everyday pros should utilize Gemini Flash for its speed and Google integration, while using Perplexity for cited research. This combination covers general tasks with almost no overhead. Deep workers should invest in Claude Sonnet or Opus for complex logic and coding. Pair this with a specialized visual model like Midjourney for high-end creative work that generalists can't match. Sovereign creators can run Llama 4 or DeepSeek R1 locally to handle text processing, using Flux for precise image control that keeps all data on their own machine. Build your workflow by treating AI like a curated utility belt. By combining 2 or 3 specific tools, you ensure that you always have the right engine for the task at hand. Long-term success in the AI era comes from building a stack that serves your personal workflow rather than staying loyal to any single corporate brand.